If you're not happy with the results that you're having and the end of the year is approaching, which means you might be digging into your New Year's resolutions, stay here. The reason why you have failed before, the reason why you have the results that you have right now, all have a clarification, and that's exactly what this video is about. I'm going to help you set you up for success. I'm going to help you understand what it is that you've been doing wrong, why you failed so far, and how to improve this to make sure that 2025 is becoming your year. Just to make sure that you understand how you work, how habitual patterns work, how habitual formation works, and especially how the follow-up works. Why is it that you are having the results in your life that you're created right now? It's all on you. It's nobody else. It's nothing else. It's within your own control. Stay here if you want 2025 to be different by creating the results that you've been longing for. We all know people that set New Year's resolutions, maybe you're one of them, and they stick with it for 2 or 3 weeks, super motivated, and then they just disappear. After a few months, you're back in your old habitual patterns, you're doing what you did before, and therefore you're getting the results that you got before. No change. Yes, you tried. Yes, you should be proud of yourself. But if you give up, that means that you lost. If you would develop, adjust your strategy, and try again, I will be proud of you. If you just give up and say, look, I did the best I could, that's it, that is not something that I would see as successful, as somebody that has the right mindset, as someone that really deserves whatever it is that they're looking for. So in today's video, 3 problems that I'm going to reverse for you. I'm going to explain to you how you can become better at the strategy, how you can make sure that if you reverse these processes, your habitual patterns, your new motivation, your new disciplined mind is going to make sure that you stay at it, that you achieve the successes that you're aiming for, and to make sure that you have something to celebrate every single time that you take a step. The majority of people that is trying to make a change actually has no idea what exactly they want. If you do not really know what it is that you want, then you don't really know what it means to change. I mean, you might know what it means, the word change, but in order for you to change, in order for your body and brain to understand what change means, you need to first understand what it is exactly that you want. Because once you know what exactly you want, now you're capable of creating a path, a strategy, create the systems towards that end goal. If you do not know exactly what it is that you want, but you do want change, now life is carrying you in the direction that it wants you to go. That means you are like a ship lost at sea, just dragged forward by the wind. And the wind direction is not always your friend. Life's not always your friend. As a matter of fact, if you are not in control, your inner voice and your comfort zone are in control, and that's the reason why you keep coming back to the same position, having the same results, the same experience, and therefore your life isn't changing. I'm not exactly sure which philosopher it was that said this next quote, but if you don't have a purpose in life, one will be assigned to you. That means no matter what it is that you're looking for, if you have no idea what you're doing or in what direction you're going, you have no idea where you're going to end up because something externally is going to decide that for you. Some people have vague ideas like freedom or happiness or more money or more security, more safety. What does that exactly mean? Let's say freedom. What do you mean by freedom? What exactly does it mean? How does that look once it manifested in your life? If you have created a lifestyle full of freedom, what does that look like? What exactly is it that you mean with these vague implications? Make sure you're being specific. Make sure you are being clear. Make sure that you're being super duper detailed when it comes to expressing your goals. So instead of just saying something that makes you feel good, to others, to yourself, to whoever, make sure that you understand what exactly are you doing to achieve these things. What is it that you're going to get once these things are achieved? So what is this goal exactly doing for you? What is it improving? And most importantly, what does it mean to you? And the second problem that most people face is that they are not really chasing their goals. They're chasing shiny objects, new things, just another gratification moment, which is completely fine once it is part of your long-term strategy. But if you don't really know where to start and you keep looking for instant gratification, chances are much higher that you are totally distracted and you're being led by your inner voice. You're being led by distractions, by addictions. Think about your social media. Think about YouTube. Think about the things around you? How easily are you distracted? Or are you somebody that is super disciplined, stays on track, uses the right systems, and always achieves their goals, their dreams, and their desires? You're probably in the first category. That's why you're still watching this video. So let's make sure that we're honest, at least towards ourselves. I understand it's scary to admit to others that you have done something wrong, or for many years something that did not really work. But let's be honest, at least towards ourselves, because now we can start that change. Stop doing things when it's convenient. Make sure you've created that plan, make sure you know where to start, and just take one step at a time. And taking those steps, that is point number 3 of the biggest issues that people that are unsuccessful don't have compared to successful people. It's called consistency. Making sure that no matter how you feel, no matter what is going on, you stay on track, you follow your strategy, and you understand that the plan has a long-term outcome. Of course, it feels much better to have instant gratification. I want to be happy now, I want to feel good now, I want to create success now. Of course, that's what we all wish for and we all would love to have. But in order for you to understand that to reach a higher or bigger goal, we need to get uncomfortable from time to time. You need to understand you're doing things when you don't feel like it. You need to do things that are part of your strategy, which means saying no to other amazing things that aren't part of your strategy. So maybe you should miss out on a party. Maybe you should stay in and work a little bit longer when others are enjoying themselves outdoors. Make sure you understand what is necessary for that long-term goal. So before you set your goal way too high and setting yourself up for success, understand the process, understand the systems. Most people have very similar goals, but only the successful people have systems that work and bring them towards their goals, their dreams, and their desires. In order for you to transform yourself from this unsuccessful to this successful person, be ready for war. Make sure you understand that once you're in the comfort zone, where you probably are right now, and you feel safe and you feel happy because you have your social media fixes, you have your dopamine spikes because you watch silly movies, you have your Instagram profile, you have all these distractions around you. Maybe you have one of your game consoles, or you're just playing games on your phone. Make sure that you understand you're in the comfort zone. Admit this to yourself. Again, referring to what I said before. Be at least honest towards yourself. Step 1 means admitting that where you are right now is because of your decisions, because of your behaviors. So if you want different results, make sure it is you that you're changing. Stop blaming others. Stop pointing to external factors. Make sure that you understand it is all on yourself. If you don't like your results, you should dislike your behaviors and your actions, therefore your decision making as well. Let's change you, let's control the things we can control, and let's start getting very, very uncomfortable. So as promised, let's try to reverse these 3 problems into something more beneficial for you, something you can use as a stepping stone, as a building block. The first step is setting your goals properly. Think long term. What exactly is it that you're looking for? So stop with the vague things like more money or freedom or happiness. Make sure that you write down very specific what it is that you want. Make it huge, make it big, make it so big it's almost scary. But do what you want. Do what your goal is, what your dream is, and write that down. Then the next step would be break it down into smaller steps. Go from the end result further down. Chunk it down into smaller actionable steps. If you keep doing this over and over and over again, and you break your 10-year goal into a 5-year goal, your 5-year into a 3 into 1, your 1-year goal in maybe a 6-month goal, your 6-month goal in a monthly goal, and your monthly goal for weeks, and your week into a day. Whoa, those are a lot of steps, and they're all beneficial, because now if you reverse this, you have something to do today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And now you have created a strategy that is actually going to bring you closer to your goal, your dream, and your desire. So number 1, think long-term first and chunk it down. Break it down into small actionable steps that you can start with right now. If you're not 100% sure on the things you do want, you could also write down an anti-vision. That means write down what it is you definitely do not want. Don't focus on it, but just write it down. I call this the multiple choice technique. It means you don't really know the right answer. But if there's only 4 options and you know for sure that there's 3 options definitely not true, this is something you really do not want, then this might be the thing that you do want. the right answer. So make sure you write down things you don't want and let's see what is left. Let's see if that resonates with your long-term goals, if that is something that you do want to attract or create in your life. Maybe the results that you're having right now is something where you really do not want to be. Now imagine you not changing anything in your decision making and in your actions. You're going to have these results for the rest of your life. This is your life if you do not change, if you choose not to change anything. Another great quote that I just want to drop out there is, whatever you're not changing, you are choosing. If you choose to do nothing different, then the results that you have right now are your results for the rest of your life. Here we go again. Whatever it is you're not changing, you are choosing. The second step is now to fill in those action steps. You've broken your goal down, your long-term goal, into smaller steps. Start filling in those steps. So make sure that you have something to do every single day. I'm not telling you plan 24 hours of things to do only for your goal. I understand you have a life, I understand you have a social life, I understand that there's more going on. If your goal is, for example, to start a side hustle, you still have your job, you still have your family to feed and your friends to entertain. It depends on what it is that you want and what do you prioritize. But make sure you do something every single day. As soon as you move away from your strategy, the comfort zone, the little devil on your shoulder, lures around the corner and tries to pull you back in. And as soon as you're back in that comfort zone, it's so difficult to get out. It is so nice, it's so warm over there. Make sure the comfort zone is no longer your aim. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be awkward. You're going to do new things. You're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes. This is all part of the process of not being in the comfort zone. Make sure you understand this and you take consistent daily action. Step number 2 means creating that plan and fill in the steps. That is your strategy. That is going to be the system. And then step number 3 is creating that discipline muscle. Discipline is something that we can train like a muscle. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the better you get at it, the stronger the muscle gets. Make sure that once you have filled in all these action steps every single day, and you told yourself you're going to do something every single day, that no matter what it is that you hear, no matter how you feel, no matter how the weather is, what your friends are saying, you are following that strategy. You have to be consistent. That is step number 3. Consistency, your own discipline. Every single time that you give in, the connection of giving in, the habit gets triggered. That means the habit grows a little bit stronger because you are using it more. So the more frequent you give in, the better you get at giving in. The more frequent you choose to do it anyway, the stronger that connection gets. So look at it this way, make it very visual for yourself. The more you practice a habit, the thicker the connection grows, the stronger it gets, the more automatic you will choose for that path. That means the neural connection that we have that is going to let you get back into the comfort zone. Do you want to feed this on a daily basis, or you want your neural connection that is going to create discipline for you? And every single time you have a decision, you want this one to grow. Every single time that you feel you're distracted, every single time you hear TikTok calling, every single time you hear those distractions banging on the door, make sure you choose, do I want to grow the muscle of giving up, of being a loser and having the results that I have right now? Or do I want to grow the muscle of, I'm going to do this anyway. I don't care what other people say, think, or how I feel. I have to follow my plan. I love my 5 or 10 year goal so much that it's worth it to give up the instant gratification. Consistency is a difficult one, but the most important one. Make sure you know what you're working towards. Make sure how you're going to get there and then stay at it. Make sure you have your plan and you execute on it. Of course you're going to fail, of course you're going to make mistakes, but it doesn't mean that you're going to give up. It doesn't mean you're going to quit. It doesn't mean that you now are going to disappoint yourself. Allow yourself to make mistakes, allow yourself to be a human, and make sure that you move towards your goals, your dreams, and your desires. Let's make 2025 your change. Let's make 2025 your year full of change, your year full of new results. Let me end this video with another harsh truth. A lot of people don't like hearing this. The results that you have in your life right now is exactly what you deserve based on your decisions and your actions. In order for you to become successful, you need to be deserving of your success. That means creating the plan, sticking to it no matter what, and making sure that you become that successful person. Success doesn't come to you and then you become a different person. You first have to become the person and then the success will follow. It is inevitable if you put in the work. If you put in the work. Don't wait for luck. Don't wait for other people to come rescue you. You start, you become that person, and everything else will come along. The only thing that is stopping you from your success is yourself. Make sure that the setting of your mind becomes a growth mindset. It becomes a mindset that helps you and supports you. It becomes a mindset that is only focused on the things that you want, the things that you work for, the things that you are waiting for. Stop waiting, start creating. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, guys. I really appreciate you, and I only ask one thing in return. Please share this video with just one person. Send it forward. Help me grow the community, help them set better goals for 2025. And of course, for you, please reach out to me. Drop a comment below or drop me a private message and let's set you up for success. Thank you so much again for spending time with me, guys. I highly appreciate you and I wish you all the best. Stay focused on what it is that you want, guys. Go get it.